Metals are very important for us. We use metals in our everyday life. Let's look at the uses of some of the metals. Aluminium. Aluminium is light and corrosion resistant. So it is very important for us. You must have used aluminium foils. Owing to the light weight of aluminium and the property that it is a good conductor of heat, it is used in making aluminium foils. Also, there are aluminium utensils. Since it is light in weight and corrosion resistant, we use aluminium to make aluminium utensils. Also, we know that it is highly ductile and a good conductor of heat and electricity. So the electric cables are also made up of aluminium. One more important use of aluminium is coating the iron poles with aluminium. We know iron articles, they get rusted or corroded. Aluminium is corrosion resistant. So we coat the iron poles with aluminium. This prevents the corrosion or rusting of the iron poles. So these are some of the uses of aluminium. The next important metal is zinc. One of the very important uses of zinc is in galvanization. Galvanization is one of the main ways of preventing corrosion of iron. In this again, we coat the surface of iron articles with zinc. This is a very efficient way of preventing the corrosion of iron articles. So zinc is used for galvanization. This is used for prevention of corrosion of the iron articles. Also, zinc dust. This is a very important constituent in most of the drugs, dyes and perfumes. So this is a very important use of zinc. The process of coating an iron pole with zinc. What is this process called? So zinc plays a very important role in preventing the corrosion of iron articles. This process of coating the iron articles with zinc is known as galvanization. There are just 118 elements discovered so far. Scientists are working on these 118 elements to improve the properties of these existing elements to form new and better substances. How is this done? This is done in different ways. One of the ways is by making alloys. Alloys are a special form of metals in which we mix two or more metals. Now this is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals is known as an alloy. So when two or more metals they mix together, they form an alloy. So the properties of all the metals which are mixed, they are together present in this alloy. So an alloy is used for enhancing the properties of an existing metal or metals. Let's look at the properties of some of the important alloys. Duralumin. Duralumin is an alloy of aluminium, magnesium and manganese. The main component in duralumin alloy is aluminium, which is 95%. So when we form an alloy of these three metals, it has the properties of all the three metals. So the very important properties of this alloy is that it is light. In spite of being light, it is strong. So it is light, yet it is strong, and it is hard and corrosion resistant. So since it has all these properties which are enhanced by mixing the metals, this alloy is used for making even better utensils. And the very important use of duralumin is for making the bodies of airplanes. Since duralumin is light yet strong, so it is used for making the bodies of the aircrafts. Another important alloy is stainless steel. This is the stainless steel that you must have seen in your kitchen utensils. This is an alloy of iron, chromium and nickel. Iron is the main component in this alloy. So when we mix these three, the alloy which is formed, which is stainless steel, has the properties of all the three metals. So now this alloy, that is stainless steel, it is a corrosion resistant alloy. It resists corrosion. It is lustrous and hard, and its very important property is that it is resistant to acids and bases. So this is the reason why we use it to make the utensils. Since it resists the acids, bases, it is corrosion resistant, it is lustrous, so it is suitable for making the kitchen utensils. Also, it is used for making the surgical instruments. So when these three metals mix together to form the alloy stainless steel, the properties of all these are present in this alloy, and hence it is a very suitable alloy for these purposes. Brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. When these two metals mix together, they form the alloy brass. So now brass has both the properties of zinc and copper. So the very important properties that brass now exhibits is that it is highly malleable and ductile, and it resists corrosion. So brass is used for making ornaments. Since now it has properties of both copper and zinc, its properties are further enhanced. It is used for making ornaments and in the musical instruments. So we see that when metals mix together, they form an alloy. Since an alloy is a mixture of two or more metals, the properties of alloys are better than the constituent metals. So why do we make alloys? What are the different reasons for alloying? Are it improves or modifies the appearance and color. So the existing metals, when we mix together, the properties like the appearance and color are further modified. It increases the hardness. So in case of aluminium, when we form duralumin, that is a light yet very hard and strong alloy. And it is for this reason that it is used for making the bodies of aircrafts. So by mixing the metals, an even better alloy is being formed. Another very important property of alloys is that they resist corrosion. So therefore, they cannot be easily rusted or corroded and are used for forming a number of different substances. So this is the reason why when two or more metals are mixed, they form a homogeneous solution which we call alloys. Alloys are very important as they have the properties of the metals and the properties are further enhanced.